All right, guys, this is Captain Daniel Kim, and in today's video, I'm going to talk about can you actually beat good looks? Or are looks the most important thing when it comes to attraction and dating? And the answer is, and you probably don't want to hear this, but I'm going to tell the honest truth, is yes. And you could be like, oh, Danny, you are saying this because you're an attractive guy. Here's the thing I might be attractive, but I'm not the most attractive guy. And the reason why I'm telling you this story is because I was watching a Korean dating show called Singles Inferno, right? And I watched the first season. I didn't watch the second season, but I saw clips of it and I saw the third season. And I can vouch for this. Most dating shows are scripted because I was on a dating show, right? And I'm 100% sure Korea definitely scripts its dating shows. But in season one and season three, the best looking guy always gets matched with the best looking girl, and they always pick each other. And season three was a very interesting case study when it comes to dating because, so you got to set the frame, right? In both seasons, everyone's even. What do I mean by that? There's no good food, there's no good restaurants, there's no money, there's no nice cars, there's no clothes only they just brought, but everything's even. So it's the person, right? The person, how they look, how they dress, how they act plays the most important part when it comes to attraction. But in season one and season three, the best looking guy always has the best looking girls wanting them. And if you look back in evolution days, right, where everything is even, the most alpha male, which is based on his physical attributes, is probably the one who gets the girl. So in this kind of place where everything is truly primal, the best looking guy gets girls. But season three was very interesting because actually the guy with the best personality, the sense of humor, the guy who actually had game had three girls going for him. But I had a discussion with one of my friends about would you rather be the guy who gets the hottest girl, so in terms of quality, she's the most beautiful, or three of the girls who are okay looking. They weren't ugly, they were definitely attractive, but they were not beautiful as the hottest girl. And we both said, because of our masculinity, we want still the hottest girl. There's three girls chasing one guy, but let's be real, it's not like he's having a threesome, right? He had to pick one girl. But having three girls who are okay versus one hot girl, who do you want? You want the one very beautiful girl. And it kind of got me a little bit sad because I was thinking like, hey, I'm not the most attractive guy in the world either. And I started to realize that a little bit when like I was humbled pretty quickly when I started this modeling job in Thailand. And I know, I'll admit, I'm a model in Thailand. I'm not a big time model, right? I'm trying to do more TV commercials and all that stuff. But even at my age, I'm 33 now, I see guys younger than me beating me out, right? Like these guys could just come in, and some guys I see them, they're really good looking. They have better skin, they have better skincare. And in modeling, I thought I could kind of like beat them by having a better body, being more jacked, and having this more masculine look. But I realized sometimes these guys just look younger, and they're gonna get the role. And it did take a hit on my confidence. And then also watching this TV show, yes, it's just a dating show, but I realized sometimes the good-looking guy will just win because he's born with good genetics. He's just a naturally born talent, right? It's like in any sports where someone who's just a very talented individual, right, will win. But here's the thing. Here's the silver lining that I do want to talk about. In this thing called the world, the matrix of the world we live in, nothing's always even. Someone always has an advantage. What do I mean by that? If you read the book Outliers, right? Someone being born in the month of January has more of a chance of becoming a pro athlete than a person who was born in December because of the height and the age and all that kind of stuff. So this is a very interesting concept I actually want to talk about. Yes, I started off the video with saying that, oh man, looks will always trump everything. But luckily, we don't live in a primal world where now it's purely based on physical attributes, right? So a good example is I live in Thailand, right? Would I say one of the benefits of living in Thailand is that dating is very easy? Being promiscuous is very easy. And I'm not going to blame the Thai women, but I do think Thai women are very open-minded about sexual experiences, right? And you see a lot of ugly dudes, especially white dudes, and I'm going to call out some Korean guys too. I see very ugly Korean guys, very ugly Chinese guys, very unattractive, fat, overweight, where if you went from a primal state, these guys would have no chance. They actually win in Thailand. Why? Because no offense, but this is what I hear about Thai guys from Thai women is that they find Thai guys very unattractive. There's like the country itself, I say the women, because of plastic surgery and other kind of things, the women are more beautiful than the men. So there's not a lot of options for women. So if let's say a Thai guy and a white guy are both ugly, but because of the economy, the white guy has more resources than the Thai guy. The uglier, even if he's uglier or even if they're same ugliness, the white guy who has more resources win. And same thing with a Korean guy who's ugly. The thing. So what I realized, the world is never that even. It's never even in anything. I feel like someone always try to have an advantage. So what I'm trying to tell you guys who are watching this, who want to be more attractive, who want to attract more women in your life, you have to create some kind of advantage. So does that mean like, oh, then does that mean I have to still, you have to learn game still. So what I saw, right, on the show is this guy had some kind of game. He had a sense of humor. I actually broke down his game a little bit, and he was using sense of humor to make all the girls laugh. But he didn't get the hottest girl. Would I say that like he would have got the hottest girl with just his game? No. Like I said, I think, but in the natural world, in the Matrix, the regular world, and not on this dating show, I think he would actually have a chance because he had game. And if he had more resources than the good-looking guy, and at the time the girl's needs were more resources rather than just having a good-looking doll-like figure. Because remember, a TV show is all about you want to look good, right? So a girl who wants to look good and everything else the same, why wouldn't she want to have technically babies with the most attractive guy? So you have the most attractive babies, and on camera you look the best with the most attractive guy. So at that time, her needs was being with the most attractive guy. But in the real world, women want resources. Women want to be taken care of. They don't want to work. They don't want to stress. They want a perfect, comfortable life. Usually, not all women. Some women do want to work, but I'm just telling you about the basic necessities of a woman. Like let's be real. Most people actually don't want to work, right? Especially beautiful women. They want to rather just have a good life. So I think this is a silver lining where I think if you're right now, let's say the world has called you ugly, the world called you unattractive, right? Let's say you're just born to that. I do think that we call this max looks, they call it looks max recently, whatever, but I think you need to maximize your looks. And why do I say this? Because I come from that same cloth. I used to be a guy who was genuinely called ugly. I told you guys multiple times that a girl cried because I liked it. She was so ashamed by the way I looked that she cried. So why I'm telling you guys that is you still need to maximize your looks. And it's not that hard, okay? You honestly have to lose some weight, take care of your skin, and like do some skincare and stop going out in the sun. Like I'm gonna today do like some kind of thing called like Ulthera, which makes my skin more tighten. It's non-invasive, it's not surgery. Like do tretinoin skincare. Like it's not that hard to maximize the gifts that God gave you. So what I mean by that in sports, right? There's certain athletes who are not born, and they're talking about this with Kobe Bryant versus LeBron James. LeBron James was born with God-given talent, right? He's just big, 6'8", naturally muscular, whatever. Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, they say, was also naturally talented, but he also had the killer mentality. Kobe Bryant didn't have the natural talent. He didn't have the natural hands. He didn't have the natural. He was tall, but he didn't have the natural. But he squeezed so much out of himself. He worked so hard, and he added so much. And skill-wise, they're saying he might be better than Michael Jordan in skills because he had to work harder than Michael Jordan because he didn't have natural talent. So if you're actually not attractive, it doesn't mean that you can't focus on your looks. You actually have to maximize your looks. Go work on fashion. You might have to spend more on fashion. You might have to hire a fashion stylist or a coach because you're so ugly that you need a professional to actually help you dress. Good-looking guys could just put on a white shirt and jeans and look at. Even I don't wear just a white shirt and jeans and when I go out. Like, so one thing I realized is that you guys need to stop making excuses. Oh, I'm just ugly and just give up. No, you're not. Actually, I've working with enough students where I also help them with their looks maxing, where like they think they're ugly, and once they lose the weight and start taking care of the fashion, take care of their skin, everything like that, they actually become half decent. None of them become disgustingly ugly. Like everyone actually gets past. I call it the fuckable point, right? So if a guy is below a 5, he's unfuckable, right? But if he's above a 5, he's fuckable. That's why I call it. So like I always say, like if you're above the 5 line, you always have a chance with the girl. And like, okay, let's call it dateable. I know I was being a little crude, but I was saying dateable, right? So you need to still maximize your looks, and it's not that hard. It's just going to the gym. It has multiple health benefits, right? Take care of your fashion, take care of your skin. Like if you have fucked up skin or you have bags on your eyes all the time, wear makeup. Girls wear makeup all the time. If girls are looks masking themselves, even the most unattractive girls are finding ways. Like I saw this TikTok video where this really unattractive girl like found a way to make herself look attractive through makeup and all this weird kind of tape to make her eye roll back and stuff. But what I'm saying is like if girls don't want to do that, you have to do that too. And on top of that, if you're ugly, you also need to know game, right? You also need to know game, and you need to have some kind of resources. Why? It's just like what I just talked about Michael Jordan. and Kobe Bryant and LeBron James. Kobe Bryant had to outwork all of them. Kobe Bryant outworked Michael Jordan. Kobe Bryant outworked LeBron James because he didn't have the natural talent. And if this scares you, if this makes you like, fuck, what am I supposed to do? Like, here's the thing. If you saw me 10 years ago, 15 years ago, you would be like, there's no way this guy's gonna get girls. But I worked my ass off. I worked everyone. I did game harder. There's some guys who probably outworked me in game because they knew they had to outwork me. But I had, like, at least God bless me where, honestly, I didn't think I was gonna look like this too. But I outworked all the individuals to get to where I am. And like people don't know the behind the scenes that I work, but like guys, I don't get girls naturally, right? I put in the work to get girls. Like I couldn't speak, I couldn't have charisma, I couldn't have charm, I didn't have all this. So if you feel like right now all hope is lost, like you just have to put in the work and you can't be scared about it. That's just how life is. Like, you know, sometimes having a harder life makes it more fulfilling at the very end. So I don't know in the video, I didn't want to discourage you by saying, yeah, looks are probably one of the most important things. But lucky for you, we're not in a primal world. In a primal, all even environment, yes, the guy with the most best physical attributes for reproduction will win. But we're not in that kind of world. This world kind of blessed us with multiple opportunities to attract multiple girls in different niches, right? So like, you know, if you want to date girls that are very beautiful, we all know this, beautiful women love money, right? So maybe make a lot of money then, right? But also be, you know, you can't complain that these girls just like you for your money. Then maybe you got to do some game to get girls who also like you for not just your money, right? So you can't just have one skill now. That's why I call it the multiple, like you got to be a holistic, attractive man. You got to be attractive in all aspects, right? Like for me, the one thing I get always confident, yeah, there might be a good looking guy at the modeling place, right? There's a good looking guy at the casting place, a good looking actor at around like even the bar. But one thing I damn for sure, he doesn't have a better body than me, 100%. I've never seen a guy to this day in Bangkok where I go in, he has a better, more aesthetic body than me. He might be more jacked, but he doesn't have the abs. He might be have more lean than me, but he doesn't have the muscles. So that's one thing I get confidence. Luckily, I don't surround myself with guys who are super jacked out here. But it's Thailand, so there's not that many super jacked guys. But some guys would not say that. Some guys like, I don't look like Danny, right? But I do know girls find my body more aesthetic sometimes than like super big jacked gorillas, right? So it's just a confidence thing I try to have with especially my body. And my next goal is like, you know, I got my career. And also, I truly believe that no one can outgame me. If I have a even keels chance and the girl is giving the same opportunity to another man, I could truly believe that I can outgame him because of what I learned. Right, but obviously other factors always. You know, when I was thinking about like if I went on Singles Inferno season 4, would I be considered the best looking guy? And I have to accept the fact I probably might not be, and it sucks because I kind of always want the looks max. But even when you looks max, you just might not be born with your genetics to be the best looking guy, and I have to accept that. And I'm starting to accept that because now I'm 33. What am I gonna do? Surgery to make myself look like? Because even surgery, if you do surgery, think about it. Like you're not gonna look the best of everyone in the whole world. You can only maximize your looks because if you completely change your face to look like someone else, that guy's still better. The original copy is still better looking than you, right? So that's something I'm starting to realize that too. So I hope this helped, guys. Like I'm not trying to discourage you. I'm saying that really maximize yourself, maximize who you are as a person. It can really help in terms of your confidence and everything. So if you guys like this kind of material, please subscribe. Also, please join my Facebook group, right? Like I said, I do fashion seminars and all that kind of stuff. So it'll be a great opportunity for you to coach you. Get on a call with me so I can know if I could actually help you. All right, Captain Daniel out.